going to discuss about the Azure data services. Uh, uh, what are the data types and what kind of data we can is available, and what kind of database services in Azure, what kind of options to maintain the data we can discuss today. But today we can focus on only one topic, not entirely cover all the Cosmos DB, Azure SQL Data Warehouse, and other topics. Um, uh, Third-party database also support by Azure, MySQL, Postgres, and MariaDB, and Redis cache. So instead of focusing on all the topics, we can discuss on the only Azure SQL today. These are the topics, and we can do the some demos on failover groups and SyncDB and instance managed instance and Azure SQL virtual machine. Uh, how to connect the SQLDB from the .NET Core application or the .NET application we can see today. Uh, okay. Yeah. What kind of data we can see nowadays? There is structured data. What kind of application? Sorry, data is organized. If we are stick to the schema, that is a structured data. Uh, that is, suppose we stick to the schema to save the data into the database. That is stick to the particular schema. We are applying the some constraints, primary key constraint and foreign key constraint to maintain the relation or to maintain the restrictions, or maybe check constraints. That is a completely structured data. See, a SQL and each row is identified by the one row key, either primary key or cluster non-cluster sorry, cluster index key. So that is a relational structured data. uh, Everyone is aware of this structured data and unstructured data. Nowadays, data, we are receiving data from the many sources. We are in the cloud, we are receiving data from many sources. Logs, that is also data, and videos, JPGs, emails, or some kind of content, text files, documents, even VHDs, that is also data. So uh, all the data files we are storing into the store, that is a data store. But that is, if you see the unstructured data, uh, it can be anything, completely unstructured. So either JPG is image, video is a streaming file, or a mail. So it can be anything. Uh, Semi-structured data is not completely structured, and it's somewhat organized. Say it's not uh, it internally maintain the relation, but it is a instead of schema, there is no stick to the schema, but it's a maintain the key value pairs. The key value pairs, and it will maintain the internally relation as well. But in relation, there is no stick to the schema. So that kind of semi-structured data we can store into the NoSQL databases, MongoDB and GraphDB, GraphLDB, and Cosmos DB. Suppose all the data is frequently changing. Suppose in social media, IoT, the data structure, data is frequently changing. There is no restriction on data. We can choose the semi-structured data. Suppose we can upload any kind of data that is unstructured data for Azure Blob storage. Storage account for Blob is a good example to store any kind of data. And structured data is a more specific to the schema. We can use the Azure SQL DB. Azure SQL DB or other schema related databases from Microsoft SQL SQL Server in Azure. It will support the Azure SQL DB and MySQL, MariaDB, PostgreSDB. There are different databases to maintain the schemas, structured data. We can see what are the options available in Azure. Then we can focus on Azure SQL today. And in the coming session, we can focus on remaining databases, Cosmos DB and uh, other third-party databases in Azure. Okay, SQL DB, we have the three options: SQL Server Virtual Machines, SQL Managed Instance, and SQL Databases. When we will use the databases, this is referred from Microsoft documentation, Azure Microsoft documentation. When we will choose the SQL Server Virtual Machine, it's a cost. This is the initial step. Whenever we are moving from on-premises to the cloud, lift and shift, but we need the complete control on OS level control, OS level admin access. Then we can choose this one. This is like a virtual machine. We can create the virtual machine on virtual machine. We can deploy the SQL server, latest SQL server on virtual machine. This is the option. This is the best. This is the option we can choose in that. Suppose if we need the complete control, then this is the lift and shift existing on-premises workloads to the Azure. Suppose we don't need to manage the patches. We don't need the underlying operating system admin access. We need some kind of a POS service. Then it's a Azure SQL Managed Instance is the best option. This is the best option for the Azure SQL workloads to move to the Azure. Sorry, this is the best option to the SQL workloads to move to the Azure. It is having a lot of options. It will support the scaling. It is intelligent to the finding the queries, and it will suggest the performance, and it is a fully managed. It support a lot of features. We can see what are the features it is supporting. Just a moment. It is supporting the these are the features it is supporting. It will support the it will provide the latest SQL Server engine and automated backups based on the pricing tier. 35 days or 7 days it will support the backups, and it will monitor the queries and metrics, and multiple data files for the single database, and a single log file for the single database. It won't support the SAS, but it will support the data factory. We can use the data factory for that one. It won't support the SAS. And the pricing is it's a kind of a same like a on-premises memory, compute and storage. Based on the memory and compute and storage, we have the different pricing model. It will support the vCore pricing model. It won't support the DTU pricing model. It will support the vCore pricing model. Generation 4 and generation 5. In generation 5, it will use the Intel E5-2673 logical core, and Gen 5 it will support the 7 GB RAM, and Gen 4 it will support the 8 to 24 cores, and Gen 5 it will support the 8 to 24 cores. We can choose the option whenever we create the managed instance. And service tiers, yeah, it will support the two service tiers: general purpose and business critical. General purpose, we can choose for the typical performance and with some latency, but business critical, it will provide the low latency and minimum maintenance workloads. And security features, what are the security features it will support? It says support the firewalls on the SQL server level, and managed instance. It will support the managed instance auditing. It will track all the events. What are the events we are applying? It will track all the events, and you can see whenever we create the instance, and it will encrypt the data on the it can encrypt the data files by using the data encryption data sorry the data transparent data encryption. It will encrypt the data files at the rest, and suppose the data in motion, it will use the transport layer security, so it will support the data masking also. So, these are the features it will support. These are the features supported by the managed instance. Okay, we will see, and there is other option, SQL database. SQL database, it will support the it is mostly used for the cloud applications. Completely suppose we are not migrating the existing application, we don't need to maintain the compute and all compute resources. We are completely created the application in the cloud, then we can use, this is the best option, and it will support the hyperscale servicing tier to storage up to 100 terabyte. It will support the serverless compute, and where most of the features are same for managed instance and the SQL database, other than some features, some additional features. If these failover groups and also same some additional features like geo replications and sync groups, and Azure Search also supported for SQL managed instance and SQL database. We can discuss each topic one by one. Okay, we will discuss about this topic when we will use the Cosmos DB cache for Azure cache for Redis and Azure databases for the third-party database providers. We can see these options in the coming sessions. And Azure database migration service, it will support the uh, database migration to simplify our tasks. We can select the source, and we can see this one also in the coming session. Just now I covered all these topics. We can switch to the Azure portal. We can create. I think I deleted the just still is there. Okay. I'm going to create the resource group, new resource group. Sorry. Uh, think it's very slow. Just a moment. I will start. Yeah, there are three options, three deployment options. One is a SQL virtual machine. Just now we discussed about these three options. This is the best for the infrastructure as a service. We need the whenever we need the full control of while moving from on-premises to cloud. We can use this one also on-premises to cloud for a lift and shift, but we don't. This is completely managed. We don't no need to we don't need to manage the patches and in OS level access. So we can suppose this one I already created. We can choose the latest Windows Server, SQL Server and Windows Server. Then we can create. Now I'm not creating this one. This one I already created one. Uh, I'm so just creating the virtual machine and installing the SQL Server on that one. And after that, we need to migrate the database on premises to SQL virtual machine. This one is the instance. It's a managed instance. Create. Uh, these are the pricing model. It will support the generation 5 and generation 4. It will support the V4 V core pricing model. Uh, Business critical and general purpose. I'm using the general purpose. I'm not using. I'm using the V4. V core for V. For testing purpose. I'm using the 32-bit. GeoDB locally redundant. I don't want to use the zone redundant geo redundant. Yeah, by using the backpack file, we can create the backpack file and we can restore the database instead of backup file. We can create, we can create the backpack file and we can restore the on-premise. Yeah, yeah, right. Yes, and security, some security options and scaling options and some additional features. But we can connect say by changing the connection history. Yeah, Just a moment. Actually, this is very. I'm not creating for this one. This is the way to we can create. I can create the SQL DB. This is the way we can create. There is some cost benefits option also. Suppose if we uh, choose the uh, reserved instances, then we will get the 50 to 55% to save the cost. Suppose I will open this one. Just a moment. I will open reservations. Suppose SQL DB, SQL DB. This one. If you choose for the 3 years option or 2 years option, 5 years option, we will get the some benefit as well in the cost. Then we will save the some money. That is just a moment. That is, okay. Anyway, I will clear later. Just a moment. Create. I don't know. It will allow me to create because I don't have that much sufficient amount in my resource. Okay, we will create and we can drop it. And there is other option. Okay, for a SQL database, we have the set of options: single database and elastic pool and database server. Uh, just Srini or someone who is not talking, can you put it on mute? Okay. In SQL database, we have the single DB option, say single database or elastic pool or database server. Database server is not a option, but it is a combination. We need the database server to manage the single database or elastic database, elastic pool to manage the security on server level. But a single database is a one option and elastic pool option is one option. To these two options, we need the database server to manage the security on the database server. So first, I will create the single database. There is no much difference. Both are same kind of database. Only pricing in a elastic database option, we can share the resources. Suppose multiple databases, they can share the resources in the same plan. So that is a cost effective plan. We can choose the one resource plan, and we can create the elastic pool. All the databases in the same in the elastic pool will choose will leverage the resources between them. So that is the one of the cost efficient way for the to reduce the cost. So okay, this is we need the server. I think I already created the server. Just a moment. SQL, yeah, uh, Okay. I'm choosing this resource group. Today morning I created the one SQL server. Uh, it's not a big thing. We can create the SQL server. And you just uh, this is the option database server. Even if you want to create the single database or elastic pool, we need the database server. This is not the additional option. This is a part of this option only. uh, I already created. Just I will show you. We need to create the database server by choosing the resource name and server name and location and admin. It's the same kind of option and some kind of networking. We need to enable the firewall and uh, uh, we can it will allow the virtual networks as well. And Azure Defender. This is cost. Uh, this will do the this will provide the additional protection on data. Uh, I'm not choosing that one. I already created that one database server. I'm choosing that one. I'm choosing that one. Just a moment. Single database server. Yeah, yeah. Some additional options are we can get, we will get some additional options. Uh, this is completely managed. This is completely managed, and it will support the hyperscale. It will support the two type of pricing tier: DTU, data transaction unit, and vCore pricing model. It will support managed instance. Will support the uh, managed instance will support the only vCore pricing model. It won't support the DTU pricing model, and it will. There is some additional features it will support. It won't. And SQL managed instance will not support all the features. And the no, no, no. No, no, no. See, SQL database is only one server. Sorry, only one database. If you want to create the multiple database, we can create the multiple data, another database. But that is a single database. We can scale the single database hyperscale. It's up to 100 terabyte. This managed instance is a is a completely server, the database server on Azure. Just I created it is creating that one, but we can manage the multiple databases on that server. But here also we can use them. We can create the multiple single databases on the database server. There is additional pricing model. It won't support the DTU pricing model and hyperscale. It will support the only business critical and general purpose. It will support the general purpose and business critical and hyperscale pricing model. And elastic pool also. It won't support the elastic pool pricing model. It will support. Recently they introduced Microsoft introduced instance pool instead of elastic pool. We have the instance pool. We can discuss about that one. Actually, that is what are the uh, whenever we are provisioning resources, we are estimate how much data, how much storage we required, how much CPU required. We can provision that one, but we are not utilizing those resources, but we cannot deploy. But instance pool, we can create the virtual cluster, and we can create the uh, two core two core cluster, and we can deploy the small instances later as well. That is that is the advantage with the instance pool. That is under preview. Only general purpose is available, and scaling option is not available as of now. Instance, that is for the instance pool, but managed instance is a compared to single database or a single elastic pool. This is costly option. We need to choose the. It will support the only vCore. So if we want to reduce the cost, we need to choose the reservations, reserved instance. Then we can reduce the some cost. Uh, okay, I hope it is clear. Okay, I'm choosing the single database. Uh, this is the difference for elastic pool, and we can yeah, in the portal we are seeing only this option, but if you are creating from the Azure command line interface, we need to specify the elastic pool. Then multiple databases will sharing the resources between the sorry, between the databases in the same plan. uh, it will, if you see that earlier we see the only general purpose and business critical. It will support the general general purpose and hyperscale, business critical and hyperscale, and it will not only these two. There is a standard premium. This is a DTU model, basic model, uh, basic workload, standard workloads, and premium. It is based on the DTU. So it is supporting the two kind of a pricing model: vCore pricing model and the DTU pricing model. And this is very compared to the this is the cost of compared to the uh, managed instance. This will give the better pricing model. If you are choose the less workload, and after that based on the usage you can scale the storage, or we can increase, we can change the pricing model later. We can switch from basic to standard, or basic to premium, intensive workloads. But yeah, of course, if you are uh, you have the workloads, but we have the intensive workloads. We need the basic hyperscale. We can directly we can choose the hyperscale up to, it will support the up to 100 terabyte storage. So these are in managed instance, this option is not there. Only general purpose and business critical uh, is available. Only generation 4, generation 5 is available. But if single database or elastic pool, we have the different pricing model: basic and standard and premium, and DTU. That is a DTU, and vCore also will support the hyperscale. That is the additional feature for a SQL database. Uh, I'm choosing the basic one for demo. Uh, I'm not choosing the elastic pool. If you want to choose the elastic pool, also we can create the elastic pool. As of now, I don't have the elastic pool. I can create the elastic pool later. Okay, review create. It's the same thing, same options. If you want to allow the business, okay. Uh, I can create the private endpoints and we can choose the letter. We can. I'm choosing the sample database adventures. Okay, I'm creating this one. Okay, let it be. It will take some time. Uh, so it will take some time. It will it will complete in a few minutes. I think server is not created for a managed instance. Okay, uh, we go to the presentation. We'll see what are the features are available. Uh, yeah, for a virtual machine, this is the option. If you need the same kind of a on-premises uh, completely full control on OS. You want to maintain the patches and all. This is the only option, virtual machine. You suppose you no need to manage the OS level patching and all. If we need the same kind of server on a cloud, and it will we need the vCore pricing model, business critical or general purpose. Then we can choose this one. Uh, if there is other option, SQL database. If it's completely cloud native database, if application born in the uh, cloud, then we can choose. We can better to prefer the Azure SQL database, either Elastic Pool or say single DB. So coming to the this one, we have the server level features. See, multiple database monitoring. Each event it will track what are the actions are what are the actions happen on the database. It will track all the events in the audit. So and it will maintain the backups based on the pricing model. This part we discuss. Okay, coming to the database, SQL database. It will support the elastic pool. It will to share the resources, compute resources and storage resource. It's not storage, compute resources between the databases. Database server level, we have the yeah, in the database server. Why for these two we need the database server option. So we need to create the database server. Anyway, we can create the database server for these two. For elastic, so what are the additional features? Compared to the SQL managed instance, what are the additional features? It is having the it will provide the high availability, 99.995% availability, very less downtime compared to the other one, and failure groups. I think failure groups also it will support by SQL managed instance, geo replication, and geo replications. We can see that feature also. Once database is right, I think I have another database. I can choose that one. Just a moment. I think it is created. I have SQL Server. This is a resource group. I have SQL Server. See, yeah, this is SQL Server. We have the failure groups. Before going to the failure groups, uh, firewall virtual networks. Suppose if you want to enable the uh, there, of course, we need to add the client IP. Otherwise, we are not able to connect to the database in Azure or any machine from any machine. We need to add the client IP. Just to add the client IP, and we need to suppose if you want to specific to the virtual network, we need to add the virtual network. So it's a kind of some kind of restriction at a firewall and virtual network level. And auditing, each event it will be tracked. If you are enable the auditing, I didn't enable for a demo purpose. If you enable, we need to, if you enable and enable the storage, or you can send the events data stream to the event term. So or you can store into the storage. All the events will be tracked for the auditing purpose. I'm not enabling. Uh, there is a transparent data encryption. Data files. So underlying data files will be secured by using the service managed key. If you want to bring your own key, so we can install the managed key and we can install based on that key it will be encrypted. Whenever data files is stored on the server, underlying data files will be encrypted. So it's a fully protected the data at rest. It will be protected by using the transparent data encryption. Uh, True, whenever it will it will use the SSL transport layer security. For, okay, and coming to the okay, coming to the failure groups. So I want to create the failure groups. So what is a failure group? Suppose one is the database server is running, one database server is down, and so we can switch we can fail over to the other server. So it will support the failure groups. uh, Suppose I can create the one failure groups. uh, I'm creating another server. uh, yeah. I'm using a uh, different region, different location, not region, different location. Uh, Hello, services to digest. Yeah, it's okay. Select. So it will create the. I created the another server, a partner server. So I think this is a group. I think. Yeah, it's a additional server, right? It's a. Yeah, this will this is a additional server, and it is, so it is a additional server on other location. So cost will be calculated based on the resource consumption, right? Yeah, and there is a grace period. This is the minimum is 1 hour. Minimum is 1 hour grace period. Grace period, there is a data loss as well. So that is the part of uh, recovery point. It's a point of how much data we can lose. Maybe 1 hour we can lose. Maybe 1 hour read only access. Even it will provide the read-only access. There might be 1 hour data loss, and we can choose other database. I think in this one, uh, uh, this is the databases on East US. These are the primary. I think today I created this one, and today morning I created this one. I'm choosing this one, SQL AZ ATD. Okay, so now two data. Okay. I'm creating the database, fellow group. It is going to create the one database server and one partner database uh, on a West US location. So it will take some time. Meanwhile, we can cover the remaining topics also. What are the other types? So as of now, in this region, we have the two database. One is basic. Today morning I created the Gen 5 to V core. Just now I created the basic one. Okay. What are the other topics? As of now, in server level, there is automatic tuning also. It will intelligent level. What it will do, it will keep, if you enable the automatic tuning. I didn't enable it. Will it will if uh, uh, any query is taking the more time to perform, it will monitor the query, and it will apply the query, apply it will monitor the query plans, and it will create the indexes. and apply it, and there is no improvement, it will roll back the indexes. Whatever applied, it will roll back. So it won't change anything. If it is increased, it will keep it. So that is it's a more intelligent uh, automatic performance improvement at server level, and it will support the some kind of recommendations. What are the recommendations we need to take care to improve the for security and performance level, and so going to the of course there is normal databases and elastic pool. Now I didn't create any elastic pool. I create the data SQL databases. Before going to that one, there is a integration with the Azure Active Directory. We can integrate with the Azure Active Directory. We can set the admin Azure Active Directory. We can connect. Uh, yeah, there is a DTU quota. DTU is a pricing unit, uh, database transaction unit. Uh, how much database transaction unit we can used. Uh, if you are weak one, there is a fixed. I'm we are going to provision this much storage, this much memory. But DTU means it's a pay as you go. How much percentage you can use, you can use. But we can specify basic model or standard or premium. Those many DTUs are allocated based on the usage you can build. Okay, import export history. We are not covering that one as of now. Okay, go to the SQL database. Okay, there is a backups also. If you are there is a 7 days backup plan. That is a minimum. We can increase the backup plan up to 35 days based on the our pricing model. Uh, and we have the some options, a long-term retention backup plan. Uh, uh, Based on the our pricing model, I didn't choose that one. SQL databases. Okay, we'll switch to the SQL database. In the SQL database, we have the geo replication, sync to the other database, and Azure search. Integration with the Azure search. Search is the one option in the Azure. Uh, we can uh, we can search the data by using the cognitive search option. It is integrated with the Azure search. It will create the indexes. But I'm not covering this one. But there is integration option. We can cover the geo replication and sync other databases. We can cover those things. Uh, okay, database is created. Uh, Query editor. You can see what are the. Um, just a moment. What is my password? Okay. I forgot maybe. Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's created. It's connected. Uh, okay, these are the uh, tables. Advanced database. This is sample DB. What are the products? No, I created. I created. I choose the sample DB. While creating the database, I choose the sample DB. That is the advanced. Okay, this is the sample DB. Okay, there is a integration with the power. Yeah, go to the. I think file. It is created file. Yeah, it is. It is almost created. Uh, Failover groups is already created. Just we'll go to the failover groups. Okay. Yeah, yeah, it will be sync. Yeah, I created the temporary DB. You can see that. See, this is the east to S. That is the primary key, primary database, and this is the secondary that is located in west to S. Now secondary is no, this is the second. Yeah, this is the primary. If failure is happened, then primary is active. Sorry, say partner SQL will be as a primary. I'm changing. Actually, there is two options: automatic failover and manual failover. Automatic failover. Uh, Whenever primary is down, then it will do the it will do the failover to the secondary. I'm doing this. Okay, before going to that one, I will connect to the database server. So, and to the database server. Uh, if you want to add the multiple databases, you can add it later as well. You can add more databases. Of course, its cost will be increased if you add more. Uh, Go to the databases. Uh, Database and query editor. I didn't choose anything. I didn't choose any data sample database. Just a moment. Same password or this is the different server. It won't execute. Dot open. Partner can IP address not allowed. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Client IP. This is not allowed. This is one of the restriction firewall level. Server go to the firewall. Client IP is not active. Uh, okay. Now it is connected. So now this is the okay. I will create the other. Okay, I will create some tables here. Just of course this is not primary. Okay, go to the primary database. This is a primary, this is a secondary. Now I'm going to create the new, I don't know, I think from here I cannot create, I think I cannot create, maybe data preview. No, I cannot create this one. Okay. Uh, so maybe don't allow anyway, just for actually it won't see, it won't allow us to save because this is a secondary DB. It won't allow. Anyway, I will go to the I will do the failover. Uh, then it will move to the primary to secondary. This is the one option. You can choose the multiple databases, not only one database. What are the database we are using the failover? You can choose the multiple databases. It will do the failover. So now it is going to secondary partner SQL DB is a primary, and secondary is the this one SQL, and this is read only now, so it won't access. And go to the primary again. There is other options, not only failover. There is a sync group. Go to the that is not a data. I think the database level. Go to the database. There is a geo replication and sync DB. So we can replicate into the multiple locations for the globe. If you we have already secondary, we can choose the other target environment. Uh, I think as of now, pending, some failure is happening. Uh, Status is pending. So once it is ready, we can choose the other options as a secondary. So it will replicate the data. Suppose why when we choose when we need this option. Suppose when we need the uh, multiple. We have the multiple applications, one application is writing and reading, one application is only for the reporting purpose, read only. We need the read only database. So we can choose the and that application is located, that application used in other than primary and secondary other locations. So if to reduce the latency time, uh, uh, database is located near to the uh, customer usage usage location, then we can choose the this one, and we can refer to the database location. That is, and this data, this is also sync, this is the only read only primary to maintain the consistency. uh, I think still it is not ready. If failure is happening, once it is ready, we can click on this one, and it will be replicated into the multiple regions. Still it's going on. Failure is happening, and there is other option, sync to other databases. Uh, Go to the sync to other databases. It will use the up and spoke uh, approach to uh, this is the sync. This it will provide the sync data service uh, on Azure SQL database. Uh, if, uh, in this one there are three different components. One is up database. Up database. What are the database we are going to sync? Uh, uh, that is this should be uh, Azure SQL database. Up database should be in Azure SQL database, and member databases. Member databases. Suppose this is the source, and this we cannot say source and destination. This is a bidirectional, single direction, and bidirectional also will support. We can choose the member databases in other region or on premises. It will support. If it is on premises, we need to download the sync agent job we need to download from Azure is sync agent, and we can install into the client side, and we can enable the what maybe network, or we can enable the firewall and to connect to the Azure on premises. So it will be sync. This on-premises member or other region Azure the database member will be synced to the Azure UpDB. So there is another other database is also required. We need to create, that is a sync meta database. It will maintain all the metadata. What are the tables in the up database? What are the tables we need to sync? Maybe thousands of tables are there, but we need to sync only 2 or 3 tables for the other databases to perform the operation. So in this one, all the metadata, say sync related data, metadata or log information will be stored in sync DB. We need to create the sync metadata. Sync metadata DB should be on the same region. Wherever hub is located, we need to use the sync DB on the same location. We should not delete the sync DB. We cannot delete the sync DB until hub and member database is deleted. Suppose a sync group, not urban member database, until sync group is there, we cannot delete. Sorry, until say sync group is deleted, we cannot delete the sync DB. This is the one, and where we can use the this sync DB sync group option. Suppose there are three use cases we can use the sync DB option. Hybrid data synchronization. Suppose we have the different databases. One is some databases in cloud, some databases in on premises, but some applications using on premises database, some applications using cloud databases, but when some common data should be when is required from on-premises to cloud. So we can use the hybrid database. In that one we can sync that databases, maybe reporting purpose or some other applications we are using on-premises data. That data only sync, so we can use the sync operation. So this automatically sync with the on-premises database. And a distributed application, there is a distributed applications. Distributed applications, suppose there is no on-premises and cloud, completely cloud or completely on-premises, but the distributed application, as I explained earlier, the one application is actual application. It is doing the read and write operation. Other application is doing the only read operation for analytics, like reporting purpose, analysis purpose or reporting purpose. It is only need the read only access. So and data should be synced. Based on the particular interval, those options in the sync, whenever we create the sync group. In that case, we, we can choose the sync group. But if you we can think, we have already replication option. Why you need the sync group? Sync group, we have the selection. Particular data, particular tables will be sync, not for all the tables. This is not required. So we can, to save the cost or to save the memory, to storage, so we can choose the only particular whatever data we need for reporting on uh, on Azure database and member database. We can sync only those tables, not for entire database. Globally uh, globally distributed. Globally distributed, suppose it's the same thing, but application is located different regions. Usage is not in the same primary location, other region as well, but only for the reporting purpose. In that case, we can use the globally distributed application, or maybe read and write access. We have the multiple read and writes. We can use this one, but we need to maintain the consistency. Data is not consistent. Only one will be a win. There is approach sync policy. Which one? Suppose there is a conflict. While syncing, there is a conflict. There is a multiple write options on hub and the data member DB. Multiple write operations are enabled. Then which one is going to win? So either hub win or data member win. Both will win. So that option we need to choose while creating the sync group. To override which one is correct, we need to choose the particular hub win or data member win. That type of option is there in the sync group. Okay, we'll switch to the uh, presentation. So not presentation again. I think still it is going on. Well, go to the, yeah, failure is completed, but this is secondary now. Okay, this is primary. Uh, I will. I don't have the SQL server, but I will try to connect. Is it possible? Yeah, there is one option. I don't have the SQL server, but I can try to connect. Just a moment. I can try. What is the admin user? The admin user. It is trying to connect. Yeah, it's connected. Okay. Now it is a primary. Yeah, I connected with the service host. Now I am connecting with the failure group. Just a moment. Uh, now where is my failure? I think now I connected with this host name, server name. Now I will use the failover. I think I will connect to just the failover. We have the no, no, no. Failure is read only. If you want to read the data, you can read it, but that is not connected. That is yeah, that is alive. Still, we can access the read only. That's what I'm trying to show. Yeah. Mm, yeah. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Otherwise, you can use this one. Suppose you do, if you are not familiar, you can use the failure group. This is the listener. This will connect to this will route to the primary. Which one is primary? Yeah. That. Yeah. Yeah. In the but in the this connection, this endpoint also we have the primary and read write and read only. Sorry, read only. If read write is a primary, it will connect to the primary. It will read only, which will connect to this secondary. Yeah, yeah, yes, yes, yes. That's right. No, yeah, but in our suppose in application configuration, if you are using a specific database, suppose this is the service name, it won't take care. Did you get it? Suppose application database, if you sorry, application config, we are saying that specific server configuration. It is referring the server name. It won't automatically connect to the secondary. If you are using the primary connection, it will automatically connect. But sorry, it will suppose if you use the failover endpoint, read write listener endpoint, then it will automatically connect to the primary. Mm. Uh, no, no, we need to change manually. We need to change. The, there is no interaction. There is no integration, right? That is my- will yeah, go to instead of struggling this one. Okay, databases, SQL DB. Yes, SQL login, username. Uh, Unable to connect using connection string. Retry. Yeah, this is correct, but it is not correct. First of all, the second is connecting. Just a moment. I will check partner is correct. Just because that is a primary now. Uh, that is a primary. I don't know that is correct or not. Primary is a partner. Um, agent yeah, I don't have the SQL Server management studio in my local. That is the reason I'm connecting to SQL Server by using some extension in Visual Studio Code. I don't have the I don't have the SQL Server in my machine. I mean, in my virtual machine. Uh, yeah, we can connect. Yeah. We can connect from anywhere. Yeah, I think this is database. Just a moment. SQL login. It is not connected. That, yeah, I don't know why it is not connected because this partner is not available. I don't know. Some kind of a fair, but this is the way. Just a moment. Oh, this is the password. Oh, that is the reason it is not connecting. Okay, that is the username. I will try again. I will use this one. Let me try. Control Shift add connection partner SQL. Uh, login. Unable to create the profile. I don't know. Try same thing. I don't know why it's not allowing. Some issue, some extension issue. Firewall. Maybe yes. Maybe yeah. The 98. This one. Go to the server. I think firewall that is a problem. Firewall is a problem. Go to the firewall. No. SQL server name. No. Firewalls. Yeah, this is the one. This is restricting. I'm connecting. Yeah. What is the connection string? This one. I will open from here. This is the one. File virtual machine. Yeah. It's already there. Yeah. This one. Database name. Database. User. Yeah, it is created. It is going to connect it. This is a partner DB. So I connect to the partner DB and normal primary and secondary. Yeah, some okay. Now I will go to the file group as well. I think it's a time. Yeah, file group. shift. I think some issue, some connectivity issue again. This one, file group. Okay. Anyway, this primary and secondary is connected. Payload group is not connected. Let us see later. Okay. Now I'm going. Okay. This is a now partner DB is a primary. Now I'll try to connect. It won't allow me to add the new table. Uh, I think it is blocking. Okay. Uh, Yeah, I will show you. That is a second demo in my session, but I don't know if today we will cover. But I will show you that one also. Actually, now I'm covering all the topics. Then I will show you how to connect, how to what are the packages we can use to connect. I will show you. Okay, okay. Go to the sync option. Yeah, go to the yeah, go to the data. There is a database. Yeah, you go to the databases. Uh, Go to this one. We have the failure groups. Uh, no, not failure groups. Not here. Failure groups. Now I will just switch. Switch. It won't happen. It won't available immediately. It will take some time to uh, replicate. Then primary will be the uh, oh, I already switched. Okay, now I'm switching again. Okay, primary will be the S2S and secondary will be the H2S. Okay, this is the one way to the failover. And go to the sync group. Sync group is not available here. Go to the databases. Go to this one, database and sync group. We have the sync to other databases. Yeah, well, we can do the global. I think same thing. I think every time I'm coming to this place. No, no. Sync group is different. See, sync group is different and geo replication is different. Sync group, we can sync the data from with on-premises or same different region database also. But geo replication is a read-only database, and sync group is having the particular options. See, sync to other group, but geo replication, it will replicate it will create another replica for read only replica. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, that's correct. Suppose now this is a primary and US2S is all geo replication not configured. Okay, I'm going to configure maybe yeah, central US. it is going to create the another instance for the central OS. So again, central OS there is no server, so it is going to create and read only. It is only read only target server. So I don't have the server in the central OS. I need to create the central. Um, Instead of central OS, I will choose the West OS instead of creating anyway demo purpose. Uh, West OS target server. I have server. You can use the same server. It's not elastic pool. Okay. It will create the another replica for this one also in S2S. This one that doesn't have any replica. Now it is create the replica. Other database is having the failover. This in the S2S. This is having the replica, but this is not the failover. It's a geo replication, but this is not failover. This is another read-only replica. So just it will create it and sync databases. We can create the sync group. What it will do? Just a moment. Before going to create, are you that? I think this doesn't have database. I think just a moment. SQL admin. Okay, we have tables as well. Okay, go to the geo replication. No, not sync group. The sync group. We can create the sync group. No, if you have the metadata, we can create. We can choose the existing metadata. See, this is for to maintain the sync metadata. I don't have anything. I'm creating the new database. Uh, this is for general purpose, not required. I'm using the basic for testing purpose. Okay. If you see that this is the automatic sync or manual sync. If you choose the automatic, it will ask. Okay, first we can choose create the SQL database. If it is automatic sync, we need to specify how many days or how many months. Sorry, how many hours or how many minutes. If for each 30 minutes or uh, each 60 seconds or how many minutes, maybe every 30 minutes we need to say. For testing purpose, we can say every uh, 60 seconds we need maybe 45 seconds we need to sync. There is a suppose there is a upwin or member win. Suppose if there is any conflicts, so we are syncing one up database with a member database, five members databases. So then which one going to win, up or member? So you can choose up or anyone. You can choose up or member, but I'm choosing up for demo. But in this case, member will lose the suppose member is having the changes, up is having the changes, member will lose the data their changes. So up is still you have the changes. Uh, no, no. This is not a failover. This is related to the sync group. If you see the sync group, we are syncing the data. We are not connecting. We are not connecting to what are even sync member. Some applications are connected with the member database also. Some applications are connected to the up databases. but which one is win? So, there is changes. If both databases are having updates, then which one? No, it's not. Maybe in the suppose only one database is having the changes, then there is no conflicts. If both databases we have the changes, then on the same rows, same table, we have conflicts. Then which one going to win? So upper member. So in that case, we are specifying yeah, either we can choose one of them is correct. So in the policy, we can specify that either up or member. Yeah, but here not only one member. Actually, see, we are syncing with the multiple members, multiple databases, multiple members. This is very useful. This option is very useful. Suppose global replication, always we can sync the entire replica. It's a complete replica and always syncing. But this is only for certain members and certain tables are going to sync with the certain databases. So, if suppose which application is to connect, they are seeing the data from hub, whichever is connecting to the member. They are going to see the data which is there in a member. But this data will be synced, and if it is hub is going to win. So after some time, after syncing, hub data will be available on the member. Yes. Okay. I'm choosing up, but based on the use case, which is going to win. So this is under preview. I'm not choosing the private link, but it will create the private link for the data sync. But I'm not choosing. This is under preview anyway. I'm not choosing this one. Okay. Okay. Sync this now sync group is created. Now after that sync members, I need to select. Yeah, it depends upon the de- depends upon the frequency. Eh, every 1 minute or every 15 seconds or frequency. If it's automatic, we need to we need to specify the frequency in the sync configuration, sync group configuration. If it is a manual, we need to sync whenever we want to sync. We can sync manual. Yeah. I think sync group is going to create. Then I need to select the sync members. Then we can need to configure the sync group from up to members. So it will take some time. Uh, Meanwhile, do you have any questions? We can discuss. Of course, it's almost okay. Now I provided the member database as well. Okay, this is one member database, one up database I provide. So if you have any multiple member databases, you can choose the on-premises database or non-on-premises database. You can choose any member database. But I created one member database and one up database. Then click on OK. Then it is going to create the again. It is going to create. Each one is one operation. So we need to wait. Sync group. Then we can sync the group. Then it will sync the data. Every 30 every sync interval, it will sync the data. So in the sync configuration group, we can see the database. We can choose up database. Refresh the schema. It's loading. Yes. Go to the Azure. Okay, I will do the same thing for partner as well. go to the firewall close. Yes, I think it is already there. Okay. Uh, don't take this much time. Something is blocking. I think uh, I gave the wrong some issue with the connecting database. It's populated. Yeah. Maybe I will sync with the only products. If you want to sync only a specific column, or if you want to select the all the entire table, or you can sync it. They save. Yeah, it's updated. One table is okay. So if you want to sync with the multiple databases, if you can select the multiple database members instead of one database, we can select the multiple database members, and we can enable the auto sync, or we can do the manual sync also. So this is also one useful feature in a SQL Server database. Uh, yeah. Do you have any questions, Srini, Sachin, or yeah, sync group is created. Uh, this is the sync metadata. The sync meta, we can see what are the, okay, just a moment. This is sync metadata. It will maintain the sync. It will maintain the all the columns, so all the changes, all the activities. What are the as of now there is no sync, but if you start the sync, it will sync, and it will. If there is any changes, it will track. Okay, it will maintain the on the. This is the column level. Column level is maintain all the states. What are the changes happened last update? Okay. Uh, these are the databases. Now I will show the another demo. Entity framework. Entity framework. Azure SQL workloads using entity framework core packages. Yeah. Before going to that one, uh, entity framework. Entity framework is a ORM, uh, object relation mapper for mapper for .NET application. .NET is a entity framework core is built on entity framework 6.0. It's an open source lightweight framework. Uh, it will support the cross platform, and it will support it will work based on the provider model. It will support the all. It will support all the databases. SQL, Azure SQL, SQL Server, MySQL, PostgreSQL, SQLite, in-memory database, in-memory collections, or Cosmos DB. Yeah. So it will support all the providers. It will support the two kind of approaches. Database first approach, that we can generate the context entities from the database. or we can generate, we can uh, we can create the domain classes first and context, and we can uh, create the data model as well. Uh, so there it will support the two approaches, but as of now, design approach it won't support by core. Entity framework will support the design approach. This is the thing. So these are the packages. These are the NuGet packages. Microsoft for SQL Server, Microsoft Entity Framework Core SQL Core, and MySQL. We can use this database, and these are the common database for database first approach. We need to use the this core design database, sorry, core design package. Okay, I will open the just okay, I will open the uh, Visual Studio. Core SQL database. Collections. will install the .NET framework utility tool. It's already installed. Okay, then we can generate .df scaffold connection string. Just I'm passing connection string. Just I'm copying connection string. Then it will generate the classes. It will generate the domain model by using the entities, to domain model entities by using the entity. Yeah, it generated by using the reverse engineering. We need to give the reference .NET add package. Then we need to install got installed. Then we can install entity frameworks code design also. Okay, then, okay, now using this by using entity framework .NET entity framework scaffold can generate again. Yeah, it is generated. I can open Visual Studio Code. Go to the files. Oh, not. Yeah, enter the entire model. If you see the DB context, model program. Yeah, this is the DB context. The DB context, we have the option. This is created the Fluent API, Fluent is building. Okay, go to the program.cs. It's building now.